All right. Hey guys, this is Ali with Prediction Quant. Wanted to kind of shoot a quick little video here today about EdgeStrike. This is going to be the decision engine that's going to be included with your Prediction Quant membership. We are set to launch come July, so be on the lookout for that. If you haven't done so already, feel free to get on the wait list with the link in the comments below, and you will get an email once that is ready to go. Um, Also, really quick before we jump into things, we will be doing a founders pricing. So therefore, the first 50 members who enroll are going to be locked in at founder pricing. Now, what is founder pricing? Founder pricing is simply you're going to get your first month 50% off. Okay, so you're only going to pay $49 for the first month. And then after that, the price is locked in at $97 a month. Okay. After that, the price will be going up on that to about $199 a month. So you're basically locking in half the price of what the cost is. All right. So if you want to be on that founders list, make sure you click the link in the bio, put your name on the list, and put your email in, and you'll make sure that you're good to go come that time. Okay, so what are we looking at here, right? So I want to do some in this. I'm going to kind of mix this in. I want to do some live trades. All right, so I want you to be able to see some trades, but at the same time, I'm going to discuss the trades as well. I just want to do a quick little rundown of the system. Now, before I do that, let me just explain something. We have crypto, weather, finance, and sports. That's what's all going to be included in EdgeStrike. Starting out, we're only going to be in crypto and weather. Finance and sports will be rolled out within the next 60 to 90 days, and that will be included in your membership. No additional charge for that. Okay, so you will have all four categories. With crypto, we're going to focus on Bitcoin and Ethereum, okay, only. And if we look at this chart here, we're going to be if we look at across the top, we'll just a quick little breakdown. We have market. Setup type is going to be three types of setups: value, balanced, and safe. Value are going to be your more higher risk to reward plays, a little bit more riskier in a way. Balance is going to be just like it is, it's balance, right? It's kind of more of a 60% range. And then, of course, your safe plays will usually be about 70% of chance of hitting or higher. Okay, so there's three different types of ways you can enter the market, strictly depending upon what type of trader you are. Side is going to tell us what side of the trade to go with, either yes or no. Price, liquidity, and price is just the price of that contract that's going to be trading at. Liquidity is this is how much money is in that market, right? For that particular contract. So 65.9 has about $4,000 in that contract. This one here, 66.5, has about over $10,000 in that contract. So plenty of room to get in and out. Win percentage is just simply your price in a win percentage format, 56%, etc. Payoff is this is how much wiggle room you have, right? This is your potential on this trade, right? How much you have to make. Now, momentum, pretty self-explanatory there. This is going to let you know whether it's neutral, downward, strengthening, etc. ESS, this is the edge strike score. So this score is going to dictate whether you're going to be entering the trade once it hits a certain level. DK, I always let you know what that contract is currently doing. Is it stable? Is it declining, etc. Phase, this is how much has went towards that contract so far, as far as with momentum goes. So 50%, so it's still wiggle room here to get in. And then action is going to be simple. If it's ready, you get into the trade. If it's wait, you just simply wait, etc. Now you're going to be based this on three different type of time frames. You got weekly, daily, and hourly. Okay, weekly, daily, and hourly. Those are the three contracts you can enter. And then if you look on the far right, you'll get alerts. So here you'll get alerts as the signals become ready, and you can start entering contracts. Now, it's a lot more to this. Okay, so let me just kind of show you this. So we also have, once you get in the trader, you can analyze the trade a little bit further. This gives you more of a breakdown. So here's an entry window. This is saying that this contract is locked at 62 cents with a 5 cents buffer. So this can go as high as 67 cents and still enter the trade, or as low as 57 cents and you can still enter that trade. Now, if we go down, it kind of gives you this edge score. Will always be updating at every moment. And then entry conditions. So let me just sorting these out here. Entry conditions will just let you know if enter has been met already on this contract. Timing has already been met. Block, we don't have to worry about that. And then hard exit is standby. Analysis, thesis is still intact. Volatility is moderate and momentum is neutral. So if you want a quick rundown of the analysis of the trade, you can find it here. Momentum engine, this is going to let you know where price is at now, where it was in the last 30 seconds, sorry, and 60 seconds. All right. Edge score breakdown. So this is the breakdown of that score. What's all included: market state, timing, price or strike, momentum, and volatility. So that all these numbers will make up your EdgeStrike score. And then lastly, we have Auto Connect Lite. Now, Auto Connect Lite. Now, what's unique about EdgeStrike, it actually links to your Kalshi account. So when you open Kalshi, you'll put in your API keys into EdgeStrike, and then it'll go ahead and keep track of your position that you're in. And then EdgeStrike will actually give you entries, take profits 1 and take profit 2, and then also a hard exit where you need to get out of the trade. Okay. And then it'll tell you your value as we're going along. And if you look on the far left, this is the auto sync. It'll say connected. It'll say Kalshi live. All right. And then at the time, it'll tell you how much value that you have in that trade or trades that you have open at that moment. Okay. So in a nutshell, what you want to do is you want to focus on one time frame. All right. You can do all the time frames you want, but to me, focus on one time frame. Me personally, I like hourly. Now, some people, they may not be able to be in front of their computers all day, so they might want to go daily, right? Or weekly, right? Contracts. So it just simply depends on your trading style, right? But for right now, we're going to focus on hourly. All right. So hourly, if I can here, guys, I'm going to try to get into some trades, and then I'll kind of talk along this as we go. So right now, you're going to enter the trade, manually. Once you see ready, you'll just simply go to Kalshi and you'll go ahead and enter your trade. What I like to do is like to have two screens open. Now, starting off, EdgeStrike is only going to be desktop. All right. So if you're going to be doing EdgeStrike, you need to be on a desktop or a laptop or a tablet. Okay. I don't recommend doing phone. We will be structuring it to where you'll be able to do it on mobile. But just personally, even if you do it on mobile, to me personally, I think you just have easier time doing it on uh, a laptop. But hey, that's just me. But we will be rolling out mobile here as well as soon as the full categories have been completed. All right, so that's coming your way. Okay, so now what I want to do is, oh, and another thing, this will look a little different. We are still making updates and changes. So you're going to see filters up top where if you want to just look at value only plays, you can just focus on those. Safe plays, balance plays, etc. Right? So you only get signals you want to trade. And of course, at the very bottom, you'll see a legend key. So it'll have what everything means, okay, as far as with the signals that you're reviewing in the categories. Okay, so now we want to kind of look for a trade, and then I'll jump into weather here in just a moment. But I want to see if I could take some trades. So we have a safe play here at 75 cents. Okay, 77 cents. And then we got our Kalshi platform open. Okay, so we're good to go there. So now we're going to go ahead and wait on the signal. I'm going to clear these alerts. So make sure we have everything that we need. And then I'll go into weather here as well. Let's see. The time is 1:36. Yeah. So let's see if we can catch an entry because airstrike is developed to where it recognizes during the first 15, 20 minutes of the day, I mean, of that hourly contract, you're not going to get any signals. Okay. Rarely, because it's built on, it has to show, it has to see where the money is coming in on these contracts, look at the order book, etc. So a lot of big players are still filling out the market. So anything towards the very beginning and the very end, typically like the last 10 minutes of that hourly contract, you're not going to get signals because it's too risky. Okay, so we got some trades firing off. We got some value plays here, some safe. Let's look at the safe play. We got a 65.8. Yes. So 65.8. Yes. Anytime we get in, we're gonna try to shoot for let's just do a limit order. Okay, so I got it. I put my limit order at 71 cents. I think that opportunity might have passed me. Let's see. Yeah, because look, it's at 75. Let's see if it comes back down. So the reason why we want to do limit orders is we want to try to capture as much as the market as possible, right? So you can see a little timer there. We have one resting order at 77. We might not get filled. So if we go back over here, that contract is 65.8. Yes. So let's see, 65.8 is no longer here right now, obviously because the price ran up, right? So we didn't get in at the opportune time. But if price does come back down to 71, we will get filled. So I'm not sure if that's going to happen. So I'm just going to look for another trade. We got a balance play here, which is this is Ethereum contract 17.8. I kind of want to just focus on Bitcoin for right now. But let's see. Okay, but this Ethereum is not looking bad. Yeah, 17.8 on Ethereum. Okay. Yeah, it's already starting to climb up. 17.8, no. All right, so let's do. Yeah, see, this is already at 81 cents, 84 cents. So yeah, you see, we would yeah, we already missed that boat. It's already took off with us, so no big deal. So we'll just go here in that resting order. We're just gonna cancel that. All right. So that order is canceled. Let's go back into hourly and let's look at that. Let's see. Let's look at that Ethereum contract. Let's see if it still pops up. If not, then we'll look at so yeah, this 1780, no thin liquidity. Uh let's do a so like I said before, we will have filters coming up here to where you could just see only the ones you want to look at. I kind of like trading the balanced and safe plays. Every now and then I will look at some value plays here, but personally, yeah, 1780 no. I'm just gonna take that 1780 no. 1780 no, sitting at shares. See, no, we're only risking $12 to pay out of 15, so that's only a $2.54. So that's not enough value for me. All right. For me to kind of get into that trade. Let me go. Let's go back over to crypto. Let's just keep it on Bitcoin. That's a daily contract. Hold on. Okay. So let's keep it on Bitcoin. Go back over here. Okay. So let's see. Let's clear these out. Let's see how much time we got left. Okay, we got about 20 minutes left in the hour. So we really got about 10 minutes to get into a trade before it's going to block it off, that last 10 minutes, typically. Okay. So you kind of see kind of what you're going to be able to do. So while we're still waiting, hold on here, guys. 65.9. See, this is a value play. That's so these value plays are very close to the strike. That's why it's a little bit risky on these particular ones, but it's got good liquidity. So let's just take it. 65.9. 65.9, no, right? Even though I don't really like these, but let's take it. 65.9, no, sitting at 60 cents. Let's risk $12, and then we want to get in at 60 cents, so we did a limit order. All right, just so we can kind of show you how this looks like. Okay, so now, okay, we're in the trade. So as soon as I'm in the trade, this is what you want to do. You want to open this up, go to your orders. Okay, go back to Prediction Quant. And now we should see our order pop up here in just a second. And there we go. So now we want to look over here on the right. This is our position that we're currently in. Distance to strike, status holding, Kalshi, entry price 60 cents. All right, currently it says 77. All right, and now we want to focus on here. So here it says hard exit is at 44 cents. Target price is at 80 cents. Okay. So let's see if we look on the far left, this is the amount of the trade that's in right now. For some reason, it still has our other contract up. So that should be going away. That was canceled out because we didn't take that. But let's see here. So here you'll notice if target one is 80 cents, if we hit target one, we're going to win $4. If we hit target two at 92 cents, we're going to win $6. And then if we exit at 44 cents, we're going to lose about $3 on this trade. So even though we're betting $12, we're not coming nowhere near that amount. Okay. So we want to put in my take profit at 80 cents. So let's go back here. I think I've already hit it. Yeah, it just hit 80 cents there. So if we do a limit order and do 80 cents, sell, there we go. All right. So now we should, this is the other contract we took. Let me go back. Crypto, hourly. Okay, there we go. So we made an ROI of $3.44, okay, on that trade, right? So you can see we paid out $15.72. I risked $12 when I entered the trade, okay? So we go back over here to Prediction Quant. This should give us our value here in a few moments. But yeah, that's really it, right? So what we're doing is we're just following the system. Now, you're going to notice Prediction Quant, or EdgeStrike rather, is built as to save you capital. Okay. And sorry, what this is doing, you can see it over here now, $4. It's just rounding. That's what it is. That's what it's doing. But we made money there. All right. So Prediction Quant is built to save your capital. Okay. And you can follow the TPs, the take profits, and the hard exits if you want or not. Okay. So we knew if it hit, that particular dollar amount, we were going to be out of the trade, right? For a hard exit. But if you're like, you know what, I want to hold on, you can hold on. But to me personally, I say stick to it. Yes, the stop losses and take profits are pretty tight, but we're in this game to make money. This is going to help you to prevent you from revenge trading. Okay, so if you take a loss, then you want to jump back in, and then you want to go for way higher value. We want to kind of stay away from that. So that was a win there. I don't know if we're going to possibly get into another play. This is safe sitting at 65.8. Yes. Now it's gone. Let's see how many minutes we got left. All right, we got about 14 minutes left in the hour, so it's the bewitching time here. It's the witching hour. So, okay. So what I want to do is I wanted to just kind of show you kind of what we just did. So we made a trade, we got in, we got out pretty quick, made our money. Now, obviously, if you want to make more money, you're just going to use more contracts, right? You're going to do higher contracts and then use EdgeStrike as a way to monitor that for you. Okay. Um, I really kind of like that safe play. If it put, let's see, balanced. Let me see if that Bitcoin safe will pull up again. Because when it gets to this time, you really kind of want to stick to balanced and safe. When it's like, especially like the last 15 minutes. What is that? 65.9? No. So they're saying, oh, see, that's the same contract we just got paid on. All right, was at 65.9. So we could get back in, but it's already at 84 cents. That, it's not really paying like it's weighing. Now, one thing I can tell you on the value plays on the last minute towards last 15 minutes, just go small. It's still profit there to be made. So let's look at something for example. So we're looking at a value. This is 65.8. No. Okay. So 65.8. No. Right. So let's just get in at 58 cents and let's say if we were risking $10. Okay. So let's see here. Okay. We got into the trade, it looks like. Okay. Down about 15 cents. All right. So we'll see this active in the window. So I just kind of wanted to show you guys kind of like some of the ways that you can utilize this, right? In the ways of thinking, right? So if you're going to go, see, here's a trade. And then if we look here, hard exit is at 30 cents. And then our TP is at 75 cents. So if I go over here, I'm going to put, now another thing here, this is deep into the, it's starting, let me see how much minutes we got. We got about 12 minutes left. So if we go into, I'm going to put in my stop loss personally. So change shares to limit. And let's see, it was 30 cents. Okay, so we want to change this to 30 cents to sell. And there we go. Okay, so now, oh, snap, snap, snap. Oh, my bad. Okay, I did it wrong, actually, guys. I guess we're learning here. But okay, so I thought that was going to set up my stop loss, but it actually got me out of the trade. So if we go back in to daily, okay, yeah, see that took me out. What contract was that? 65.8. Yeah, so 65.8. Let's see. Oh, this is the daily contract. Get me out of here. Uh, hourly. There we go. Okay, so 65.8. See that? It's at 48 cents. So it's going on the downside, but it's not, you know, technically it paid out $9.26. I'm not even sure how much did I wager on that. I forgot how much I wagered on it. I want to say it was like $12. or something like that. So I think it ended up, so altogether, we're still up $2.35. So, all right. So that was my mistake there. I actually entered in the wrong one. It got me out of the trade, which it looks like it was about to hit our 30 cents amount anyway. So that's one thing we want to go ahead and take into consideration. So far we're up about $3.60. This is rounding here. You see, so that was a small loss. All right. So main thing that you want to do is when you get into the trade, the first thing you want to do is you want to go open up your portfolio, look at the trade, and you want to either set. Now, Kalshi will not allow you to set a take profit and a stop loss, okay, at the same time. So you usually got to choose one or the other, okay? And depending on how you like to go about it, usually if it's later in the hour, I like to set up my, like I said, the stop loss. Okay. And then if it's early, then I like to set up, or mid, like 30 minutes left, I like to set up my tick profit, right? Because I'll just exit out manually if it hits my number. So whichever one that you feel like, do what you please. But it looks like that 65.8 contract would have lost. I think we had no. So we got out of that anyway. All right. So we're good to go there. All right, so now we are looking at, it's already 152. So we're probably not going to see any setups for them at this point, okay? Because it's the last 10 minutes of the contract, right? Because at this point, we're just either gambling or we're either gambling or we're just going to take something that's going to not yield us any type of real profit, right? Risking $20 to make 50 cents, type of craziness. All right. So while we're doing that, we're going to go into weather here really quick. And I kind of want to let you know kind of what you're going to see in weather, right? So weather is pretty cool. I like weather, but the thing with weather, it fluctuates pretty quick. And what I mean by fluctuates is I'm on the East Coast. It's already 1:53 in the afternoon. Like all your lows are going to be done for the day at this point, right? So that's why you see a lot of these 91 cents, 89 cents, these larger contracts, right, at this point. So we're looking at all of the US cities, highs of the day and lows of the day. All right. Um, and same thing is kind of following the same format as crypto. I try to keep it standard throughout EdgeStrike, so you're able to kind of relate it to every screen. So I want to keep that uniformed in that way for everybody. But yes, so with my weather plays, I like to get into weather plays early morning or late night. Okay, at 2 o'clock, it's just too late in the day. I mean, it's not gonna be enough value in that play. Like I said, you're gonna be risking $100 to make $10, right? Or $5, right? Um, and me personally, I don't know. I don't care for it, but it's pretty much sometimes it's pretty much guaranteed money. Because with weather, you don't get a lot of craziness happening. Unless something crazy happens, like some type of freak thunderstorm, which is already going to be accounted for, or something of that nature, where it's going to drop or raise temperature, you're pretty much good to go. All right, on that end. So this is weather. You're going to have that available to you. Weather is going to be a silent killer, meaning you can definitely rack up with weather on that end because it doesn't move as with so much friction as crypto does for sure. So just keep that in mind. So if we go back to crypto, you can see there's no signals within the last 10 minutes. So just hold on with me. I'm going to pause the video. We'll come back and then let's see if we can get into some more trades in the next hour.